Hey everybody, Anish Majumdar here, career coach to the fiercely ambitious. You can't see it right now, but I'm actually in my kids' playroom, which I think is a good place to focus on this video because it's all about not having your time wasted, right? How do you know if an employer is not being fair with you? How do you know if they're not actually interviewing you to hire you, but are actually there to steal your ideas, use them for some nefarious ends? This actually does happen. It happens across multiple seniority levels, and I'm going to show you some things to be aware of, some things to watch out for, and I'm going to show you a couple of easy defense tactics you can use, okay? Number one, all right, the interview process is extremely one-sided at the beginning, and all of a sudden it becomes overly familiar, right? You didn't share any information. There was no real rapprochement. There was no rapport built. There was no information exchange. But all of a sudden, it goes from basically, give us all these answers. Yep, you passed. Yep, you passed. To all of a sudden, hey, fantastic. You're in the last running for this. You know what I mean? This is exactly where you want to go. Always be on the lookout when an employer just shifts up or changes the familiarity with you for no obvious reason. Okay, that's usually a sign someone's trying to pull something on you. All right, they are not really responding to the information that you give them. All they tell you is whether you pass or fail. It's very binary, and now they're asking you to do something major, right? A major presentation, whatever. That's also a warning sign. They are revealing nothing incriminating, right? They're not telling you about anything negative that happened, even though they're hiring ostensibly for a role. Every time you ask them, hey, what were you guys doing? What would you have done differently? What happened? What made this hire not work out? They stonewall you. Stonewalling is a huge reason, right? And a huge warning sign that someone is double dealing you and not being straight with you as an employer. All of these, okay, they're unconcerned with meaningfully exploring culture fit. Sure, they might ask you questions about your management style, your leadership style, etc. But you can tell they're not really listening to you, and you can tell they don't really care. A culture fit is arguably one of the most important reasons why someone is able to be a successful hire at a company. So if they're just doing word of mouth to you, these are all warning signs before. Okay, now they're asking you to do something here, right? They're asking you to do a multi-hour presentation, whatever the heck it is. How do you defend yourself? Number one, okay, you talk about the how. Talk about what you can do for them, talk about what you've discovered, and tease where it can go. But once you start implementing specifically, you lose all your leverage. That is where money of some kind or another has got to change hands. What'll help you with that? If you go into the interview process, not in terms of just let me prove I'm the best candidate for the role, but if you can say to yourself, okay, I have my own process. I have my own way of thinking. I have my own way of getting an impact in any business, right? I have a couple of gates and ways of moving any company forward, right? Areas that I can talk about. The ops, the strategy, what are you doing on the tech side, right? I can develop some questions, right? All of these things will help defend you because then you can take a more active role in any stage of the interview process, right? Later on, you can start filling that into your own process and then ask yourself, am I being asked to do a presentation that is going to meaningfully help, give me more credibility, give me more power, or just deliver free information? Above all, you cannot start solving the problems or implementing your methodology for this company until an offer is there. If you guys have nothing else to talk about aside from that offer, great. Let's talk about that offer, but you've got to hold that line, okay? Other ways that you can move your point across, talk about stories, right? Talk about industry parallels, talk about what other companies are doing or similar situations that they're experiencing. These are all ways that you can add pressure to that offer without doing free work, right? Finally, hold the line. If you're at a point where you've done the work, where the next step has to be the offer, nothing else needs to happen. And sometimes all an employer needs is for you to actually verbalize that for them to feel safe doing it. All right? Hope this helps. Hope this is information that keeps you safe and defends you as you're moving forward. If you want to go deeper with me, I encourage you to follow me on LinkedIn. Put in the word Anish, career coach. I've got free resources there that you can dive into right now, including an amazing masterclass that is for your eyes only. All right? Hope it helps you. Talk soon, guys.